came to address comments like these and tell y'all about my personal experience. First, to get started with these kind of comments, I feel like are very stupid and disrespectful to the people who lost their lives and the people who are injured, and they're just not helpful at all. If y'all actually looked and seen that, you would know that the newspapers and everything y'all are trying to compare that to was it was like an old newspaper that Travis Scott was really trying to recreate. It was like Bat Boy. Look up Bat Boy and you'll know what I'm talking about. So shutting that down, I'm gonna get to my experience. I attended the 2019 Astroworld Festival and I personally passed out. I had a hell-like experience. It was fucking horrible. That said, I learned from my mistakes and I came back from 2021 expecting that times 100 with the year being skipped from COVID. I knew it was going to be crazy. I was telling people around me that like it's going to get crazy. The shorter people, I was telling them you might want to leave now while you can. This was like 2 hours, 3 hours before Travis Scott came on the stage. I got there at the throw stage where he was performing at 2 o'clock p.m. and he didn't come out until around 8:50 or 9. By 8, people were already passing out. I seen kids and bodies being passed out. If you went to go look at my clips before of the actual concert, you would see. To be clear, I personally had a perfect time at Astroworld. I knew what to expect, and yeah, I had a great time. I would say that, but looking at the news afterwards and running after the show ended and seeing all what I seen was freaking horrible. When Travis Scott got on stage with Drake, even by himself, you could not hear the screams of people asking for help in the middle. There were girls, little kids. And that brings me to my next topic. If you brung your kid who was below 18, you are so stupid. Don't get me wrong, I feel horrible for the kids that got hurt and that died at Astroworld. But that was completely the parents' decisions to bring them or their guardians. Astrofest is not a fest, it is a fight for your life. And if you fight really hard, you will get a good experience like myself. But if you don't know what to expect, you will have a hell-like experience. I personally learned from 2019 and I was determined for it not to happen again. I'm not trying to milk this for views. I'm just trying to get my personal experience out there and get rid of stupid comments like these. Prayers and condolences go for the families that were killed and that were injured. I love y'all.
Everybody trying to get out this hole. Hey, you need to get out. I can't fucking move.
Hi, my name is Kenina. I was at the 2021 Astroworld Festival, and I'm just here to address some of these comments. I will be going play by play how I attended the Astroworld Festival, but first, addressing some of these Satanism comments. To start off, I completely understand why you're saying that. Seeing that dove right there that was on fire, I think it's an eagle, but I don't know. It did look like a dove, and how it was on fire, how there was an eyeball right there, that did look scary. But Travis has always had that eagle and always had that sound effect. I'm not defending the dude at all. Travis has always been attentive to the crowd. And there is no reason why he should see a guy in a tree before he sees people right in front of him, including myself, literally fighting for their life. I knew he had the earpiece in. I know it's hard to hear, but it is not hard to see. Travis was even grabbing stuff from the people in front of me that I assume were his friends. So I know he could see it within my range, you know what I mean? But he didn't. So look, play by play how I did Astroworld. I got there around 11, which was really late if you've seen the chaotic that happened at the merchandise. Got there at 11. I stood in line from like 11:30 to 3 and got my stuff from the gift shop. After that, with my experience with 2019, I didn't get to really enjoy the festival, so I told myself I was going to walk around and enjoy the festival. I did do that. I went to the games. I got me a burger and then refilled water. And then after that, I didn't really want to see anybody else on the other stage, so I just thought I would wait for Travis. Got that at 2. He didn't come on until 8:45. And by like 7, it was already getting packed. I was telling shorter people around me that they weren't going to survive and they should get out while they can, and that it's going to get horrible. Of course, no one listened to me. They all thought I was crazy, but I mean, I tried to help them, you know what I mean? And I'm not lying, I swear to y'all. So yeah, people are passing out like hours, 2 hours before he's even coming on stage. There was one part where I thought I was going to die, and there was like, we were getting pushed on the fence, and we heard that barrier go pop. When that barrier snapped, I knew, I told myself, I was like, I might die. If 50,000 people push my back on that stage, I'm going to 100% die. It was crazy, and I never want to tell myself that again. So boom, he starts performing, and yeah, it's chaotic. To answer this specific question though, whenever he announced that Goosebumps was going to be the last song, before he even performed that song, I got out. I knew from personal experience in the past to get out before, like, I had my footage. I had a good time, and I got out. I told the security, get me out, please. And the security who I pointed out in the video, he was actually really good. He was doing his best. As I was leaving and I'm running to meet my sister to pick me up, I have no internet connection, can't call her. I'm seeing people passed out on the floor. It was crazy. No one should see what I had to see in that day. The festival should not have ended like that.